Hey there, comic book friends. I'm Travis. It's time for an edition of What the Fugue, where I talk about what's going on with me in my world of comics. How's it going, everybody? Felt like I needed to do a video because it's been a while since I've done a video, it seems like. Every time I make a plan to get back into the more bigger routine of doing videos, life or my laziness gets in the way of doing that, and I never get around to it. So anyway, I don't know that I have tons to talk about as far as what's kind of going on. I'm sure there's news out there. Of course, most of you are jumping on, going and seeing Civil War. Not sure when I will go see Civil War. I doubt it's this weekend. Too much stuff going on. Maybe next weekend or something like that. We'll see. At any rate, I'm just going to talk some comics real quick. I finished Meteor Men, Jeff Parker, written by Jeff Parker, art by Sandy Jarrell, and colors by Kevin Volvo. I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed it quite a bit. This is put out by Oni Press, and I picked this up at Emerald City Comic Con, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. Nice thing about it, of course, is that it being written as an original graphic novel. You get all one solid story, no break. The way it reads like something that was meant to be all put together in one sort of a book. So that is all really cool. And so it's about a teenager who owns a farm. Something happened to his family a long time ago. He lives with his uncle. They're out watching stars in the sky. It's some sort of big meteor shower sort of a thing. And during that meteor shower, some of the meteors actually crash locally and actually all across the world. And then they explore this meteor that they find, and clearly Meteor Men. There are aliens in this, and then all that would ensue, kind of a story about all that could possibly ensue if we really had aliens show up, and some of the consequences and things that could go on during such things. So there is some action excitement there, as of course the law enforcement wants to assert their will upon something that clearly us as humans don't understand, and then some of the ramifications that happen around that. It's just a really good story. Really enjoyed it quite a bit. It was very compelling. I liked the artwork. I liked the layout. Lots of different types of paneling. Pretty smart story. Good sci-fi kind of a story to it. And yeah, really happy to have read it. Next on my list of things to read trade-wise, besides, of course, the BPRD stuff that I'm still working my way through as far as the big hardbacks that I'm carrying around with me. But this I will be reading next on my breaks and whatnot. Good old Wayward, first volume. Check that out and see what that's like. Pretty stoked to get to read it too, after talking with Mr. Zub, and yeah. So right, that's kind of what I'm reading and whatnot, and as kind of a change of pace, here are my this week's comics. Just came in the mail. Let's open up and we'll see what my haul video is. This is my equivalent of a Wednesday haul, except it's on Friday, which I think is better because Fridays are cooler all around, right? So first bag. A lot of books this week. Oh, and of course, get all the junk out of here. Lots of ads for different stuff. Get their ads out of the way. And of course, the Rebirth thing. I've got like a million of those now. Let's see. What comics am I going to be reading this week to be talking about? So, Hellboy, issue number 9. I think this is the last one. If this isn't the last one, there's one more after this. The last Hellboy, last Mignola books and whatnot. Discipline number 3. We'll see what that's going to be like. That's going to be interesting. It's been kind of strange, and it's got a lot of problems, but I'm still getting it. Love the art. Issue 52 of Detective Comics. This is the last Detective, I believe. Daredevil and Punisher. Looking forward to that. I always like the two of them teamed up. I like their somewhat adversarial relationship. I believe this could possibly be the last Sam Wilson Captain America I pick up. Of course, on the cover there, it looks like all the people I like. So as long as the book isn't too tied into the other events that are going on and kind of do its own thing, I'll continue with that maybe. But last issue with the whole standoff thing made me feel like it's not for me anymore. Black Widow issue number 3. Super excited by this. That first 2 issues were pretty awesome. Of course, one of the best books out right now, Sheriff of Babylon. This is issue number 6. This is the halfway point of the first season. I saw some advanced art for this issue at Emerald City Comic Con, so that's going to be pretty cool and whatnot. I picked up issue number 1 of The Punisher. Love that cover. That cover is by the artist for Injection that I'm drawing a blank on right now. Parental advisory, not for kids, it says down there. Oh, it actually says parental advisory. Not seen that before, I don't think. Written by Becky Cloonan, art by Steve Dillon. I'm worried the art, of course, will put me off. I'm not a Steve Dillon fan at all, but I kind of wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to check it out, see what it was going to be like. Interested to see what Becky Cloonan might do with Punisher. Suicide Squad, issue number 20. I think there's one more issue of this after this one. This has been really fun. Tim Seeley and Ferrara on this book have been really cool. Unfortunately, there's more of that. The final issue of Midnighter. I expect great things because this has just been a great book. This 12 issues of Midnighter I have really, really enjoyed. It's been one of my favorite DC books of the day. Issue number 5 of Claws. Of course, I didn't get issue number 4. So I don't know what's happening with it, but Grant Morrison's take on the legend of Santa Claus. My other bundle here. Let's pull that apart. Except they taped it really good. Okay, so I guess it has to fall out on this one too. Nope. Okay, let's see here. A lot of comics this week. What else is new, right? So, Wolf, issue number 7. Really been enjoying this Alex Cott book, so curious to see what goes on with it. Continued. Oh, for those of us who love spiders, or don't, in my case. I don't know, phobia of spiders. I just really do not like spiders. This is a Weavers, issue 1, number 6. Cy Spurrier book. Curious to see what that ends up being like. Pretty awesome. Book I always enjoy, The Unfollow. Williams and Suave, and this is or Suave Edge. How would you say that? So, issue number 7. Looking forward to that. Number still says 138. I bet you they got less than 138 now. Survivors Club. This is issue number 8. One more issue of this, and it's done. It runs to its finale. It's been really an interesting read. Not know that it was something I would suggest anybody else to read, but I have been enjoying it. The always enjoyable Stray Bullets, Sunshine and Roses, issue number 14. Continuing on with their heist of the strip joint and what comes next after the last issue. I'll be really curious to see. Here's the wonderful cover for Revival. This is issue number 39. I don't think this is a Jenny Frisian cover. It might be. If it is, boy, it's right well outside of what she normally does. I love it. This is because of the whole kind of Japanese tapestry look to it. I mean, you can, I don't know, my camera's going to pick that up, but you can see actually the fiber. So they did an awesome job of making it look like, like an old Japanese tapestry. As this, I don't know, Amish or Mennonite woman who's actually a secret agent or ex-secret agent with her samurai sword there. De-Evolution. This is issue number 4. Rick Remender book. Kind of post-apocalyptic kind of era from Dynamite. Has been interesting. The Bunker. I believe this is issue 17. Yep, issue 17. Issue 16 was just absolutely amazing. So looking forward to that. The way it ended. Got the operating table there. Really curious to see how that all works out. I don't know. Hopefully my camera doesn't just shut off because my computer went to sleep. So Beast of Burden, What the Cat Dragged In. I love these Beast of Burden books. So super excited about that. Beast of Burden is basically a bunch of animals who are occult investigators, and they deal basically with Chthonian equivalent type things. So always really cool when one of those comes out. And it's just kind of a one-shot here and there kind of a deal. So yeah. And then Baltimore Empty Graves. This is issue number 2 of 5. Been really enjoying this current storyline with these other characters besides Baltimore. So always enjoy to see how that goes. And I'm assuming maybe we're going to get crazy-ass fights and all kinds of stuff. The last issue, The Wicked and Divine, was 18. This is 19. Was pretty intense, so I'm pretty excited about that. And that is my pull for the week. Now I've got to get off of here so I can hurry up and read said books because tomorrow, Saturday, we'll be having a comic book roundtable. Hopefully we'll have some extra people on the show. Pretty excited about that if they get to make it back, if they get their books in time. That should be fun. Plus the usual crowd, I am sure. And we'll talk some comics, and I'm sure we'll talk a little bit of Civil War for those people who got to see it. And yeah, whatever else comes up. And I'm sure I'll have more news. I mean, I know there was stuff that was talked about. I just in a hurry to get this done, so I didn't think to double check over stuff to make sure I knew what I was talking about. So anyway, thanks for watching and checking out my poll. How many of those books you reading? You reading any of the books I'm reading? What did you pick up this week that I missed, that I didn't pick up? Let me know. Anyway, I will catch you tomorrow night.